Hi, so I'm Deepa and the host of Leader's Voice series. I'm a leadership coach and a facilitator, and in my various sessions that I've had with several leaders, there's one common thing that I observe. What I see is all the leaders want success, they're ambitious, which is wonderful. But just ambition and success without taking care of their inner world and taking care of balance while achieving success is one of the reasons that causes them to feel anxiety, stress, and sometimes illnesses. So that motivated me to start this series. And where I'm inviting leaders who are successful in their field and who also care for balance and balancing their inner world, which is their thoughts, their emotions, and other pursuits. And in this endeavor, in today's episode, we have Sumeet Kabra. Sumeet, welcome to this show.
Thank you so much for having me, Deepa. It is a wonderful forum, and I really like the initiative that you're taking on. This is very important. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so much. So, to introduce Sumit, he's currently the senior program manager for a large healthcare insurance provider. He rejoined the workforce after 7 years. Before he took a break, he was the India head of business continuity and incident management for the world's largest custodian bank. And at the very peak of his career, he had set a goal of retiring financially by the age of 40. But he achieved it at the age of 41 and then just walked away. He's one of those few people I know that have voluntarily taken a break from a career to focus on health, self, and family. It has been a pattern with him. During all his career, where he started as an educator, moved on to publications and event management, as a writer and editor, and then he decided that he wanted to enter the ITES industry. So he joined a BPO and then moved on to the financial services domain and now is in the software industry. Along with this, he has an experience of mentorship in education, leadership, medical, legal, and investment fields. He has always been an agile practitioner and now he has made it his profession. His hobbies are varied and diverse: reading, movies, music, sports, writing, spirituality, meditation, cooking, traveling, and the most interesting one, sleeping. So just before we connected, we were having fun over certain movies and we had a hearty laugh. So, that also set the mood for this Leader's Voice series. And I owe it to Sumit because he's such a jolly and jovial person that, yeah, it just enlivened me. Thanks for that, Sumit.
You are welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Simulating conversations is something that I really enjoy. And laughter is the purpose of life. Joy is the purpose of life.
Yes.
If you aren't laughing, then we're wasting time. Be jolly, be merry, have fun. That should be the motto.
Very
Having
true.
lived a life, a serious life, I've seen that part. It got me a stroke, a paralytic stroke. What's the
Mm,
point? No point in being so intense and serious and why so serious, like the Joker says.
yeah.
You know? So have fun, relax, chill, let your shoulders down a bit.
Very true. So, this is one thing that I've seen in many, many ambitious people that they go on to the point where life tells them stop, no more. It could be a major life event. It could be that losing their job could be one, but the other thing that I observe is illness. It gets them into a hospital for them to realize. Why do you think that happens, in our workforce?
It's a very good question. I have thought a lot about this. I've had a lot of time to think about it since 2009 when I got the stroke. Uh, I accepted and moved on. I got up on the third day after that. But I asked my question, why? And asked who else can answer it but myself. So
Hmm.
I asked myself the question time and time again. And uh, I had attended Vipassana where the answer came to me. I did a 10-day retreat at Igatpuri where the
Yeah.
answer came to me. The answer is respect. For me, the guiding principle of life is now respect. That which I respect will grow, will flourish. That which I do not respect, disrespect, will diminish, will cause me problems. So earlier it was my health, my body. I did not respect it. I took it for granted.
Mm.
Uh, I used to have a lot of tea, a lot of coffee. I was
Mm.
working hard, 16 hours a day. And I took pride in it because I had that 40-year goal in front of me.
Yeah.
Starting from 1 rupee 50 paisa in 1997 on the streets with no roof on the head, having that target that I am going to arrive at age 40 and arrive with a big bang and retire and show the world that I can do it. That to show the world is the wrong part. I can do it is the good part.
Yes.
There is nothing to show anyone.
Yes.
There is
Yes.
no need.
Yes.
So that disrespect in every aspect, but majorly affecting me as a person, my body, it takes a toll.
Mm.
Uh, anything that we want to create has to come from something. That is the law of nature, right? Nothing comes from nothing. So we transmute things. Our energy is transmuted into either health or wealth, peace or agitation. It is what we choose. And
Yes.
that is governed, that guiding light is respect. If you respect the right things, self, body, relationships, money, time, it's the small little joys of life, gratitude, appreciation,
Mm.
they will grow and they will naturally give good results. That is the law of karma. As you do, thus thou shalt reap. Right? Jaisi karni, vaisi bharni. So it all leads back to the fundamental essence of all these teachings of the sages through the ages, where for me it was that one key: respect. Learn to respect what you want in your life, what
Mm.
wanted to grow in life. That's about
Mm. So, with this respect that you made a choice, all the actions that you took thereafter
yes.
kind of altered.
Exactly. Very nicely put. Very nicely put. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I always talk about this human iceberg,
Mm.
where 10% is visible and the 90% is not visible.
Yeah.
And what you see is the actions, the behavior, the results, the outcomes, all of that. And
Yeah.
what drives us is the attitudes, the values, the strengths, the needs, the motivations. So what you altered is below the iceberg.
Correct.
So then you took the actions above and therefore you got different results.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very nicely put. So it is the experiences, it is the
Yes.
programming. That
Yes.
that invisible below the
Yes.
water iceberg is the subconscious. The
Yes.
subconscious has been programmed.
Yes.
Yeah, Murphy, Dr. Joseph Murphy,
Yes.
uh, pioneer in this field.
Yes. Correct.
What I program in the subconscious
Yes.
rules my conscious.
Yes.
I will keep getting the same results time after time after
Correct.
time,
Correct.
right? And I will wonder why. Why me?
Correct.
Why only me? It is because I am taking those actions. It is my energy which is going out into the universe
Yes.
and inviting those experiences,
Yes.
those results.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. So one of the points, where there was a lot of energy when you spoke was achieving result is okay. Show the world is the problem.
Mm,
And this is something that I hear from the leaders I coach. They say that I need to prove. And when I ask, when we probe, no, whom are you proving? I'm proving to my mother. I'm proving to the world. I'm proving to that chacha, mama, that uncle who told me all of this when I was 4 years old, when I was
mm,
6 years old. So this
correct,
person is actually carrying that hurt and anger, and this mummy, chacha, mama have forgotten about it. Right now, they think that this leader is the best gift to humankind, very successful, etc. But I'm carrying that hurt, and then all my actions are governed by that hurt, and I have to prove to that person.
correct,
Now, lot of our suffering I have seen comes from unprocessed emotions and unprocessed hurt, which
correct.
first of all we are not aware we need to process because we
Ex-
don't want to pause. The pausing is not available as an option to me,
Yeah.
and therefore, where is the time to process? Because I need to, and sleep is also a waste of time. If I sleep more, and then I lose less those that time to create success.
Okay.
So,
Same here.
what's your thoughts on all of this?
A very, very good aspect that you've touched on, and very nice perspective that you made. Okay, first and foremost, this is something that all of us need to learn. We are good enough the way we are. When
Yeah.
we were born, we were good enough.
Yes.
To read Louise Hay,
Yeah.
her "You Can Heal Your Life."
Yes.
It played a really, really big role. Vipassana was good because it allowed me to introspect.
Yes.
It took me to the core. But
Yes.
Louise Hay gave me direction in how to heal that part of me,
Yes.
how to let go, express it without hurting it,
Yes.
ourselves included.
Yes.
And then after that came Abraham Hicks, which
Mm,
told me how to take it to the next level and have fun.
lovely.
Okay. And then came Kusuma, who is the ultimate in having fun. You sh- Infectious laughter.
Mm.
So for me, she is, like the other side of me. If I am black, she's the white. So she completes.
For everybody who's listening, Kusuma is his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. So she's more than a wife, a soulmate, uh,
Lovely.
lover, life mate. She's much more.
Beautiful.
She's mine. So those who got understood, they needed to understand, understood. Right. So coming back after Vipassana, I realized that I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I was proving to my uncle. You will become nothing. You will do nothing with your life. Since childhood, I've been hearing this. Irresponsible. You will destroy everything. You will lose all the property. I had decided I will make a house on the seventh floor. I made 3 houses to prove to him.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why? You know, he didn't have anything when he died. He died a pauper. Okay. He died alone. I realized that I don't want to be alone. I want my family. Relationships are more important.
Mm.
So making those correct choices
Yes.
for myself,
Yes.
not for the world,
Yes.
right? Oh, I don't have a big car. What will the world say? I am such a big officer. What will the world say? कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. लोगों का काम है. छोड़ो बेकार की बातों को. So again, if you have watched the movie Sanju, have you watched the movie Sanju? No, it is on Sanjay Dutt,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. His biopic.
yeah, his
Yeah,
biopic.
yeah. I have, I have.
So, Ranbir Kapoor is playing
Yes,
Sanjay Dutt,
yes, yes, of course.
and uh, I believe Paresh Rawal is playing Sunil Dutt. So he says, I have these friends who taught me a lot of things, and one of them is this कि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है, छोड़ो बेकार की बातों को, बीत न जाएगा. So live your life the way you want to on your terms. It came at a price.
Yes,
I
yes.
just pray that other people don't pay that.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
learn. Yeah. So there are some people who change when they see the light. Some people who change when they feel the heat. And others, like me, who get burnt.
Yes, my
Please
God, so
don't burn
beautifully
yourself.
put.
Don't burn yourself. See the
Yes.
light. We are here. I cannot change it. My example can change. You call me a leader. I'm not a leader. I don't do anything like a leader. I just live my life.
Yes.
People watching me want to follow. And
Yes,
that
yes,
makes me a leader.
exactly.
So
Yes.
it is not that I go out and say, follow me. No, no. It doesn't work like that. I'm not a politician. I know it's political voting season, election season. I'm not a I'm not a leader. I just live and people want to follow. And
Yes.
that's how it should be.
Yes. Yes. In fact, leadership starts with self. Leadership precedes leading others. And which is why it is so important to look at where are we with respect to caring for our body, for our breath. You know, how shallow or deep is our breath, our thoughts, our emotions. What is our connection to the larger purpose? In fact, one of the endeavor that one of my offerings that's coming up in May is a retreat, which is purely based on emotions. Because
Nice.
emotions are like air, they have this quality to throw you off or completely go inward and be in a shell. How can you come to a state of regulation? Is something that emotions are asking because they are messengers. They tell us something. We just don't listen to it because of our past conditioning. So my endeavor is to really bring people there to very intimate group of 10, 11 people to really process emotions, to really look at who are you being when you're feeling this emotion. Being angry is not bad. But showing anger and throwing a tantrum makes you feel guilty, and that can needs to be regulated. So all of these, and I'm bringing the concept of the Navarasas, the nine, emotions that are there in our Natya Shastra. So I'm just hoping these are just small things to offer humankind so that, self leadership can be
Very
availed of and lived.
yes. So the second adhyaya of Gita comes to mind. Okay, how the soul is described.
Mm,
What is the soul? It says that Nainam Jhinnati Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavaka, Na Chainam Kledayantyapo, Na Shoshayati Madhaka. There are many such looks. It is like the clothes, it is that which cannot be burned. There are many shlokas here, right? But this one particularly, in a capsule, in a nutshell, it tells me what the soul is not. So why do I touch on this? You bring up a very interesting aspect in emotions because I don't remember my experiences exactly, facts from my previous life, but there are triggers in me which are so deep and
exactly.
subconscious, which I can't explain with the experience of
Yes.
this life.
Yes.
The fear of water, the fear
Yes.
of heights, okay, the fear of strangers. Uh, I just can't explain. There are some people who are very good with the knife, and there are some people who are very clumsy, right? Why do we have this? Why does some person have this? And it is inexplicable why they are that good. So, this, I believe, is something, the emotions are something which the soul carries. We suddenly feel that connect with someone. What does that connect? It's as though I know this person for ages. Where does that come from? And we cross paths. Souls cross paths. They will keep crossing paths because of the debts, the karmic debts that we have,
Yes.
right? The good and the bad.
Yes. Absolutely.
So these emotions are the messengers to tell
Yes.
us.
Exactly.
It's the language of the soul. It is the soul which carries the emotions with it. They are much deeper, more powerful. Thoughts are not very. They do not have the power to initiate action. Thoughts are only for the thinkers, and the thinker is sitting over there and doing nothing with his hand in his head. The doers were already who got up and walked away, and they didn't have time to sit on that stone for the statue to be. So the doers, that emotion that they feel powers them. That is the fuel.
Correct.
You know, we are driven by our desires. We are driven by our fears. We are driven by various inspirations. Those are the emotions, and those emotions come to us from the subconscious. Becoming aware of it,
Yes.
knowing how to process it correctly,
Correct.
the pause, practice the pause. Whenever you feel something, pause. This is what one of the Tichna thing, if you've heard. I'm sorry, I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, but he's a Buddhist monk.
Yeah.
Passed in India.
Yeah. Exactly.
Practice the pause. When you're sipping tea, practice the pause. Are you in the present moment,
Yes.
or are you living the pause, the past or the future? If you are able to stay in the present moment and really understand, process what you're feeling,
Yes.
we will lead much more fulfilled lives. I don't know about the peace. Peace is not, I don't know why people are, so find peace glamorous. No, I'm a big fan of Sri Krishna. Okay. And I love the Mahabharata. And if there is a call to action, there's a call to action. Just do it.
Mm,
If there's a war, there's a war. Celebrate it.
mm.
But do it with peace at heart. Do
Yeah.
it because you know it is the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is the
Yes.
Bhagavad.
Yes,
Do
absolutely.
what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the things that when I'm hearing you, um, and I'm playing the devil's advocate, okay? People would say, a leader who's working in the industry would say, "Ha, ye sab is okay, no, spirituality, it's all gyan." But how does one apply this at work? So I want to ask you, how do you apply these concepts when you take decisions, or when you lead your team, or when you're executing your work, or when you are when you're pressed with deadlines, and you have to make choices? How does this apply? How do you apply it in real life?
Practice the pause. What is really important? Many things are thrown at me. They always are. And I use the word thrown because they're actually literally dumped. Do this expectations. We live in a capitalistic, ever expanding society. So we want more. There's nothing wrong in wanting more. And like Achilles said, I want what everyone man wants. I just want more. So Achilles, the celebrated warrior from Greece, I also want it, but I need to know how much I am willing to give for it. At some point of time, my resources will get over. Most important, time will get over.
Yeah.
Then my body will get over, right? Then my health, then my family, then my resources, and finally my life. How much am I willing to trade for it?
Trade.
And communicate? I have so much time. This is what I have taught all my teams, all the people who have come to me with, I don't have time. We all have the same amount of time. We will do something. Are we doing the right things which are important to us? Are we prioritizing correctly? Are we communicating? Right? So there are 20 things, like Warren Buffett says, make a list of the 25 top things. Pick up the top 5 and forget about the remaining. Just focus on those 5 things. Prioritize, and communicate. I will be given multiple people will ask me to do multiple things. I will go to my boss, my manager, say, this is all on my plate. I cannot deliver everything. Tell me what are the top 3 things that you want to pick up. So communicate and ask for help. We, in the corporate world, how can I say no? This is not only Indian. This is not only an Indian mentality. Across the world, I see this. I have seen this in Europe. I've seen this in Germany. I've seen this in Japan. I've seen this in Australia. I've seen this in US, of course. They just keep on taking more and more and more. They don't speak up. And then their body speaks up. Pain is a friend, actually. Pain is telling you, boss, you're doing something wrong.
Absolutely.
Stop. It is going to hurt you. Pain is a friend. But what do? We take a painkiller. Shut up. Shut up. It's like a boy sitting on my head who can see above the fence, telling me there is something out there, be careful. And I say, hey, you don't know anything. So that we treat it like that small baby who doesn't understand it. But in the end, we'll end up hurting ourselves.
Yes, very true.
So I would say, become aware, become assertive, communicate.
Yes. Become aware. That, I think that's the problem. I am not able to, first of all, I see leaders not able to listen to their own emotions. And one of the reason they think that listening to emotions is first of all, men and emotions, there is this stereotype. Okay, I don't want to look and be thought of as emotional. That's one. Then how do I recognize my emotion? Then if I recognize my emotion, if I say no, I will be treated as so and so. So there's this fear of being judged, or there is this fear of losing. There are lots of fears. Again, another emotion comes in. So it's all layered and layered and layered, and unfortunately, that no
That's right.
never comes. And then the body has to say no.
Correct.
So this is
It gets
exactly what is
louder
happening.
and louder and louder till you listen. If you don't,
Or you're forced to.
yeah. See,
Very, very true.
I was very lucky because I got a second chance at life.
Yeah.
Okay? In many, many cases. Now it is up to me whether I wake up or not.
Yes, absolutely.
God has been kind. Nature has been kind. But it is up to me. If I continue with the same patterns, I'm
Yes.
going to land up with the same problems again. So then what have I learned from it? Nothing. You made a good point about, men having this, how can I emotional be? Okay, don't be. You're losing out on such a wonderful, beautiful thing in life. Feeling emotions, being able to cry, be vulnerable,
Yeah.
be genuine, be
Yeah.
sincere,
Yeah.
enjoy all the colors of life. Who said only blue you can enjoy? My other choice was pink. My choice was pink. My wife made me wear the blue. Okay. But my choice was pink. I Why should I give away one color? I'm a Marwadi. I don't give away anything. You know, why should I give it to girls only? Why can't
Mm.
I wear it? Oh, I have a lot of respect for women, no doubt. They are much superior than men. They are much more than men can ever be. And that is where man has the male species has had to ingrain in boys that they are strong, they are very strong, and women are weak. They're naturally strong. We have to be conditioned to be strong. Okay. And just try having a baby. Okay. Anyone who tells me that they are strong, but you're nothing in front of him. Don't even try. You're nowhere. Anyway, so coming back, this conditioning that we have from our childhood, men don't cry, men are strong. Why are you being emotional? Why not? We are human. Aren't we human? Being a man means we are inhuman. If you lose emotions, what is the difference between you and a stone? You become inhuman.
Very true.
And the cruelty comes from there because we have lost empathy.
Very
We have
true.
lost touch with
Correct.
emotions.
Yeah.
So, if we want that to be corrected,
Yeah.
then we need to accept this part. If it is feminine, okay, call it feminine, label it feminine. We need to accept that and integrate that part of us
Very,
into us.
very true. Very true. Yeah. Yeah. So you definitely, with all your pursuits and also a full-time job, uh, you would have a schedule of, how you plan your day and how you live it in a way that you balance both worlds, the corporate and your inner world. What does your schedule and it look like on a daily or a weekly or a monthly basis? Maybe annual also.
I loved the 7 years when I didn't have a schedule. I could wake up when I want,
Mm.
I could sleep when I want, I could do anything that I want, whenever I want. I felt like watching a movie, I would watch a movie. I felt like watching a sunset, I would watch a sunset. Just stop and watch a sunset.
Mm.
However, my son wanted me to take up a job. So here I am, round two, second innings. Now, of course, with a commitment, once you make a commitment, then you have to keep it. And
Mm.
that comes naturally. You have to respect the job, the boundaries of a job, right? Uh, yes, there are expectations. Yes, there are, I still get pulled into a lot of work because of my experience and the respect that people have
Yeah,
for me.
correct.
I cannot even say no. But then do it quickly and let them know that this is a one off, that this is not going to be a practice. I'm not available at all times, 24 by 7. No. I work the afternoon shift. I work till 2 in the night.
Mm.
Don't call me before 11. I will not answer you.
Mm.
Simple. Whoever it is, my boss's boss, I don't care. That somewhere the boundaries have to be set.
Yeah.
Then what is important? For me, the job is important. Rosi roti hai. It
Mm.
is kabhi gaddari nahi ho. Never. Always be faithful to what you have undertaken.
Mm.
Then your family is there to support you. The whole world will run away. When the going gets tough, it is only the family which will be there with us. So prioritize them. Self, without the self, there is nothing. So find time. I myself am out of shape right now, but I will get into shape. I have a plan where I will get into shape. The mind, focus on the mind. How can you disengage, disconnect from the uh,
Chatter.
turbulences which chatter, exactly, and the turbulences of day-to-day life?
Mm.
Meditate. So the disengagement part comes from, and I mean disengagement in a good way, not
Yeah.
that we are not engaged with life,
Consciously.
consciously making to disconnect, the
Yes.
choice to disconnect
Yes.
and to go in ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever form of meditation.
Yes.
I have experienced Nichiren Buddhism. I have experienced Vipassana. I have experienced Sri Ravi Shankar's that what do they call it? The chakra
Advanced
kriya.
meditation. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I have experienced Sahaj Yoga, yoga, any form that works for you, that which helps you disconnect. For me, Vipassana is the simplest. My go-to is Vipassana. Within seconds, I can just come into that place where I am disconnected. I am just myself, connecting with. So choose whatever you want, but do it, practice it.
Mm.
It's not like you learned it and then it is in the book. You gave one exam and then came out and then next year you have forgotten. It is not a plus b the whole square, which we never use in our life. Okay. So it is not sine square plus cos square theta. What is that equal? Where have I used it? No. So that is what I was trained as a child, that you just need to give an exam and then it's over. No, this becomes a way of life. Use it morning, afternoon, evening, and night.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I think the way we've covered all that comes to my mind right now. Before we close, what's one advice, one nugget that you have for all the leaders who want to balance and also pursue their ambition to achieve a rocking success?
No, there is no one advice. It is not possible. I would just say be your authentic self
Mm.
and learn. Keep learning. Don't stop learning. Be okay to say I was wrong 10 years ago. I was wrong yesterday.
Mm.
Right? That is the path to continuous improvement.
Mm.
And that is the path to growing as an individual.
Mm.
जो स्थिर हो गया वो मर गया.
Very true. Very true. Thank you. I mean, there is one aspect where you talked about the light, the heat, and the burning, and how that kills us. I think it was so profound, like it was beautiful, and so many other concepts and thoughts that you shared. Thank you. What I see is that you are in your pursuit to balance both masculine and feminine in you, being straight as well as being compassionate, and really trying to balance the polarities that
Correct.
exist. And we live in polarity, so balancing that is a very sincere an intelligent way of living and navigating life. And I see that you're living that and talking about it. So it's an honor to witness that as you speak.
It's an honor to be here and share. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sumit. And thanks to all of you who are watching this episode. Stay tuned, and many more episodes are here to come.
All the best to you, Deepa.
Thank you.